Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. This is your Z107.7 Local news for Saturday, December 20th, 2025. Development and the desert seem to be going hand in hand. I'm only saying that because of the alliteration, of course. Development happens everywhere, all the time. It's how I live in the home I do, built around the same year I was born. Development brings convenience, services, and luxury. Sometimes those developments help in the long run, sometimes they harm. Kind of a heavy intro to your Saturday news, but stick with me on this because I went to a meeting about a development coming to Joshua Tree this last week that was informative in a lot of ways, but it also demonstrated that growth and development can happen in small ways too. But first, the project. I'm referring to the Compass Yacht Club. It's a 58-room boutique hotel and restaurant that is planned for a 23-acre commercially zoned parcel just east of Joshua Tree. The group that's been working on it for the last 6 years has held a town hall meeting this last Wednesday at the Joshua Tree Community Center. About 50 or so residents showed up. For many that came, this was just another battle in a long war against these types of things. A previously pristine patch of desert opened up for human invaders to come out and do what we do best: recreate. If you haven't been to one of these meetings before, I'll give you an audio sampler of what the presenter Rigel Bitterman faced as the lights dimmed and the first slide of the presentation went up.
Border Ave is one side of the property.
What's the building there?
There's no sign on the highway that says border.
Right, it's just on a map because it's not a road.
I know. What is
But
it?
to be clear, that is not our property. The storage facility is not our property.
We know.
Yeah.
Getting a landmark.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, this one went off the rails pretty quickly. Questions about the exact location of the project, why their website had a password on it, and the design that they were proposing were asked in a cacophony of chaotic inquiries. Rigel and the architecture team that presented alongside him remained unflappable though. That's what they were here for, actionable feedback, and they were getting it like a shotgun.
Was there other questions at this stage?
Did you say it's in the flood zone?
I have another question.
Okay, one second. Let me answer one at a time.
I had to admire it. At the same time, I feel the same way about the folks in the audience who made their time to come out to these types of meetings and have the conviction to say what they
It's
feel.
not geared to the locals, so we will not reap any benefits.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure which component.
If you want to
talking
spend $50 for a sandwich, then you can go there. This is gentrification at its finest.
It's America, so.
As a journalist, I get the privilege to sit back and play the role of witness. And what I witnessed was a town hall that in the almost 2 hours of talking, presenting, and feedback gathering, the audience softened. Voices grew calmer. Rigel, Dave, and Jason took a drubbing here and there on the design of the hotel, which is based on yachts surrounding a large and airy clubhouse. But when someone suggested a more desert-appropriate theme, they seemed to legitimately take the feedback.
If you had spaceships like UFOs, because that would have fit in to this community. Come on.
Well, I mean, there is certainly, we appreciate that feedback. As subjective as it is, everyone's feedback around things like that is subjective. We do appreciate it, so thank you.
Okay.
In the back there?
I'm not here selling rainbows. There were probably plenty of residents who weren't charmed or convinced by the town hall, but there were others who offered vocal support for the project, and by the end of the meeting, when folks were getting up to leave, there was this feeling of levity in the room. People were laughing and making suggestions and talking to each other person to person. It felt like a community meeting that was opening up to let others in. And that's the kind of development I'm most interested in. The project is still in its early stages, and the group will hold another town hall meeting looking for feedback and to present iterations on their design. The group also said they would update their website, remove the password, and provide a way for residents who can't make it to the meetings to share their opinions online. We'll continue to report on the development, which could still be over a year from breaking ground, and you can visit our website for links to the presenters' websites as well. That's all at Z107.7 FM.com. The High Desert Artist Gallery in Yucca Valley is one of the Morongo Basin's newest art galleries, and they've already tapped into the desert's deep bench of talent. They've got 2 different events happening this weekend, and with more, here's Jeff Harmatz.
On Saturday night, High Desert Artist Gallery debuts a new group show called The Winter Show: Sleeping Giants. The show features large-scale sculpture and wall works from a number of local artists who are all asked to present work on the theme of winter is a time of contemplation. The gallery is holding an opening reception tonight from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., but the show will remain open at the gallery's regular hours until January 12th. On Sunday, High Desert Artist Gallery will be holding a Kids Art Day, which they describe as a festive afternoon dedicated to inspiring creativity in children and teens. The event will be led by HDA artists and teachers, and art kits for distinct age groups will be provided. Youngsters will make paper chains, trading cards, rubber stamps, comics, and cartoons, and so much more. Seasonal refreshments will be served. The event is free and runs from noon to 3 p.m. on Sunday. The High Desert Artists Gallery is located at 55639 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley. You can learn more about these and other events by visiting high-desertartists.com. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmetz.
Joshua Tree Beatnik Lounge is holding a Scorpio and Sagittarius birthday celebration today beginning at 5:30. They'll also be celebrating the Winter Solstice Eve with a drum circle to start things off, and then featuring live rock and reggae music by the High Desert Scorpios and Ampersand Bija. There's also going to be a finger food potluck, so please bring something natural to share with others. They'll be collecting non-perishable food and warm jackets and sweaters that will also be distributed to those in need. That's happening tonight, starting at 5:30 at the Beatnik Lounge in downtown Joshua Tree, right off Highway 62. The event is free, but donations are accepted to keep the Beatnik Lounge thriving. Also happening tonight is an early show of folk duo Son of the Velvet Rat playing at the Mojave Gold, with opening band Hotel Mercy bringing their particular style of punk Americana back to the basin. Son of the Velvet Rat is the alter ego of Austrian songwriter George Alcibar and his wife Heike Binder, who have been described as folk noir, and their haunting melodies are sure to fill the warm wooden wavy cavern at the Mojave Gold.
Say you're a clay, but you're nowhere bound, and we're all the same when the lights go down.
Opening for the duo is Hotel Mercy, formed by Tim Paul Gray and Gabriel Hart back in January of this year. This is a return to the Mojave Gold for the four-piece, which also features Pablo Jamil Castel de Oro and Keith Anderson.
It's a short tale of treachery on one long face. You've been kicking from the saddle under your ass, trying to get someplace.
The show begins tonight at 6 o'clock with Hotel Mercy, and then Son of the Velvet Rat plan to take the stage at 7. Show up early and get tickets at the door, but we also have a link for tickets on our website, Z107.7fm.com. And that's your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 News team, I'm Robert Hayden.